Hello viewers, welcome to CEC lectures. Myself Deeti Tabani. I am from Department of Computer Science, Aribhat College, University of Delhi. In this series of learning HTML, we have in the previous lectures we have already seen about how to create links, and we have explored the creation of link using text as the hypertext. Using text basically we can say, then we have kind of seen various attributes which can be set, or various colors which can be kind of played around by using for different type of links. So in this lecture we are going to continue that particular section which is creation of links, but here we are going to see how to use images to create hyperlinks. This is basically a concept of this is basically a concept of combination of two tags. We have already seen how to insert images by using img src tag, and we have also seen the how to make the hyperlink, and hyperlink we have seen that can be made with the help of text. Now what we need to do in order to use images to create the hyperlinks is, we just need to use an image inside the hyperlinks at the place of text. So wherever we were writing the text between the closing and opening anchor tag, there we will be inserting an img src tag. So here you can see that we have a hyperlink reference is equals to https www dot whatever the link is, then target is equals to self, and instead of any particular, we can say what any particular text, we have written img src is equals to whatever the image we want to fit in for that particular link. Alternate text we have already seen, and border of the image is going to be a 1. So there will be a border, and then we have closed /a. So what we have done, in place of writing, in place where we used to write the text, we are going to write this img src text, and this is going to create a particular that particular image, and whenever we are going to click on that image will be clickable, because that image is now a link, and the moment we are going to click on that particular image, this is going to take us to the destination link. Now another idea with the HTML links is to use your email link on or you can say putting on the email link on your web page, but you have to be very cautious with that, because it can cause unnecessary spamming problem, because we have encountered many cases which are in which people are going to run the programs to harvest these type of emails, and later they use them for spamming in various ways. So basically, if you have put up an HTML email link on the web page, that we can say it's a kind of loophole, or it's a kind of vulnerability through for which you are making yourself available, and spammers or the people which are kind of having the adverse mentalities or hackers can run the programs, and these programs will use these type of email links in order to spam your inbox in various ways. But here let's learn that tag, and then the caution which is available with this tag is actually we can say is a rider that you need to be very cautious here. So HTML A tag provides an option to specify the email address to send an email. So basically so a hyperlink reference here will not be the normal kind of web page or the normal HTML file. Here we will be using the protocol I can say, that is mail to. Instead of any HTTPS or www or HTTP, we will be writing mail to and the email address along with the hyperlinks reference attribute. So it could be the syntax of this mail to will be a hyperlink reference is equals to within double inverted commas mail to without a space here, then a colon, and then abc@example.com, or for example we can say abc@gmail.com, and the text is send email and there is an anchor tag close. So the moment now this text which is send email is actually a link here. The moment in which we are going to click on this send email, this link will be generated through the code, and the moment on which we are going to click on this send email will launches one of the email client. It could be Outlook Express or it could be Lotus Notes or any other email client for that matter, which is installed on the user's computer, and in the to field of that particular email client, that to field will be abc@gmail.com, which is written inside the mail to protocol. Now what if the user don't have email client installed on their computer? That means on the computer on which I am working, it is not having any email client installed on that computer, then it is not possible to send email via using through this technique. So if we really want to use this technique in order to send the email which is through the mail to inside hyperlink reference tag, then we need to have any email client installed on the computer. Then apart from this linking, we can have many media files. So till this point we have seen how to have links in the form of text, or how we can have downloadable links, or how we can have these images as the links. Now coming to the next section is embedding media files. That means sometimes you want to add music or videos into the web page. Now there can be various ways in which these musics or videos can be embedded. So one could be you launch a web page. Now there is a kind of control you can say, or there is an element which is in the form of play button, and the moment you play it, it starts playing. Either it's a music file or it's a video file. Or we can say another idea is we can include these music files in such a way that the moment you launch your web page, or the moment you enter the URL of your web page, it is going to automatically play a particular sound file, let's say, in the background. So that could be another idea, and all these things can be done by using a special HTML tag which is known as embed. Now this embed is basically, it causes the browser to include the controls for the multimedia, automatically provided browser support for the embed tag and given media type. So basically whatever browser we are going to use, that browser is going to support, or that browser is going to provide the controls according to the media type. So for example, our media is music, the control will be given accordingly, or the different controls will be given accordingly. If we are going to add music using the embed tag, or if the our media file is a video file, then the controls will be displayed accordingly. So basically browser will include the controls for that multimedia type which is given, either it's a music file or a video file or something else. So embedding media file is done with the help of embed tag, and the alternative tag is no embed. So no embed is the tag for the browsers which don't recognize the embed tag. So in the sense, for example, if you remember in the image src tags we have given one alt. So that alt is for the situation in which my image is browser is not able to locate the image, so the alternate text will be displayed. So here is also the kind of here is the same facility, that is to include a no embed tag for the browsers which don't recognize the embed tag. Now embed tag, as I told you, is to display a movie of your choice, and if that particular file is not available or the movie is not available, no embed can be used to display a single JPEG image if the embed tag is not supported by the browser. So if embed tag is supported, that particular media file, let's say movie or sound, will be displayed. Or if you want to give kind of a simple JPEG image saying that not available or something of that sort, or not supported, that can be done with the help of no embed tag. So if you can see here, and within the body section, let's try to see how these tags will go on. So we have embed src is equals to whatever your file is dot mid is the extension of that particular media file. I'll be covering all these media files in a short while. Then width 100%, height is equals to 60 as it is the absolute number, it's going to be pixel, and width is 100%, so 100% is, that means it is covering the whole width of its parent frame. Now what if your embed tag is not recognized by browsers? So for those situations we have given no embed tag, in which an image is being displayed, and along with the image there is an alternative text also. So and this is enclosed in the no embed text. So no embed img src is equals to the location of your image file, alt is equals to alternative media, then no embed. So basically, and please mark or please notice the closure of embed tag. This no embed complete tag is inside the embed tag. So this is not the situation that embed is the tag which is going to be end first and then there the no embed tag will start. So embed src is equals to html, your file location, width 100 or whatever width and height are optional parameters here. Then you have your no embed tag which will be taken up or which will be executed if your browser is not going to recognize embed, and that embed tag is going to be closed. So this is basically the way in which you can incorporate or you can embed your files, media files with these. Now this embed tag basically comes with kind of various attributes. So here we have used two, which is width and height. But apart from this width and height, in order to control the behavior of the application, in the sense how many times it will run, whether it will run automatically or not, there are various attributes which are available with embed tag. Now let's see those attributes. So important attributes which can be used with embed tag is here is a list of, in which there is a disclaimer that align and the auto start attributes are deprecated in HTML file. So align is if we say align is equals to center or align is equals to left or align is equals to right, it will determine how to align that particular control object either in the left or in the center or in the right. Now this align attribute you can you can understand with the help of the example of the align which we used in img src. So we have used img src align is equals to center, so that image will be aligned within the center of the web page or left or right, whatever the value of the align attribute is. Similarly, align here is going to determine how to align that particular control object. Then there is one auto start. Now this the value of this auto start attribute will be either true or false. So this is a Boolean attribute indicating if the media file should start automatically. That is, the moment when you launch the web page, whether the media file will be started will start playing automatically, yes or no. That is true or false will be the values of this auto start. Then we have a loop. loop again is, it could be loop is equals to true, or you can have a certain positive value in order to indicate the number of times this particular web media file will run around. So loop, let's say for example I have written embed src is equals to, and the kind of the name of the file, and then loop is equals to, let's say 50, or loop is equals to 5. So the sound will be played continuously 5 number of times, and if we say loop is equals to true, that will go for the infinite loop. So either it could be loop is equals to true or a certain number of times, which is basically a positive value. You can set this loop attribute. Then another kind of similar attribute is play count, which specifies the number of items to play the sound. This is an alternate option for using loop if Internet Explorer is your browser. So Internet Explorer is going to support this play count instead of the attribute loop. Then we have hidden. Again, it is a boolean attribute, whether it hidden is true or hidden is false. So it will specify that whether that multimedia object should be shown on the page, yes or no. Now what is the requirement of this type? So for example, if I am going to say loop is equals to true, auto start is equals to true, and hidden is equals to true. So what will happen? By setting auto start equals to true, the moment you launch your web page, it will start playing the file. Then the loop is equals to true, then it is going to play the file into continuous times, we can say. And hidden, the control will not be visible to anyone else if the hidden is true. So that's the significance of these kinds of attribute. Another attributes which we have already used is width, width in pixels or maybe in percentage. Then height, which will show the height of the object in pixels or percentage. Similarly, width will show the object of pixels or in percentage. And this height and width, these two attributes we have already seen in our example. And if we need name, which is used to reference that particular object in somewhere in later in the files, a name attribute is also there. So either it could be height, weight, name, loop, play count, hidden, auto start and align, or it could be all of them, depending upon what kind of control or what kind of application you are looking for. And then src is for the source, which we have already covered, which is URL of the object to be embed. So embed src is equals to, that was the original code from where we have started. And then there is a volume is equals to a number starting from 0 to 100. So 0 is actually no volume, or we can say off the volume, and 100 is full the volume to its capacity. So volume is basically an attribute on which we will be specifying a number, and it will control volume of the sound which will be played. Now what all supported video types could be there, or what all supported other types will be there? There could be .swf files, which are the files created by Macromedia Flash program, .swf files. Then .wmv, which is Microsoft Windows Media Video File types. Then .mov file, which is Apple's QuickTime movie format, and .mpeg files, or the format, which are the movie files created by Moving Pictures Expert Group. And here's the kind of, we can say, extension, which is mpeg. So we have seen how are we going to embed one particular media file, whether it could be a sound file or it could be a video file in the in your web page, and how we can control the control its behavior, that what could be the volume, how is the alignment. Then we can have whether it will auto start, whether it will automatically loop or not, or other types of height and width of the control display. All these attributes are being actually, we can say, covered till this point, and we have also seen what are the supported video types. Now apart from that, if we want to have one audio in background, so in order to play audio in background, there is a tag which is BG sound, used to display a soundtrack in the background of the web page. But be cautious that this tag is supported by Internet Explorer only, and most of the other browsers ignore this tag. So what is being done with the help of this BG sound? This BG sound downloads and play an audio file when the host document is first downloaded by the user and displayed. So whenever you launch your web page, it downloads and play the audio file, and background sound file will also replay whenever the user refreshes the browser. So whenever browser is being refreshed, it will replay. Now this tag is having only two attributes, one is loop, another one is src, and src is the source of that particular file which is to be played. Then loop will be either true for infinite loop, or it will be having kind of a particular number. If we want to repeat it n number of times, then we will say loop is equals to, let's say, 10 or 5 or 7, whatever. Now how are we going to play this, or how are we going to use this tag is within the doc type HTML, we have a body section, head section. I am ignoring deliberately. Then we have BG sound src is equals to that file, which is basically a sound file, and with that we also have a no embed tag. And again, similar to the embed tag, the no embed text comes completely inside the BG sound tag. It's not like that BG sound src is there and then you kind of close the BG sound and then there is completely altogether a different which is no embed tag. Nothing of that sort. This no embed tag is within the BG sound src. Now what will this kind of tag is going to produce? This kind of tag is going to produce the blank screen, because we have not embedded any kind of media file. Instead we have used this file using BG sound, which is background sound. So this tag is not going to display any component and it will remain hidden. So you can say hidden is equals to true here by default, but there are only kind of two attributes. One is src, which is kind of a mandatory attribute. Otherwise how are you going to define from where this file is going to come? And the second attribute is loop. So loop will be either true or it will be the number of time. So this tag does not display any component or it will remain hidden. Apart from that, we can say what, and I have told you that this particular tag is only available with IE, which is Internet Explorer. Other browsers are going to commonly ignore this. But we also need to see that what all different sound format files are available which will be supported by Internet Explorer. So one is WAV files, which is the native format for PCs, that's the sound file format. Then we have .au, which is the native format for most Unix workstations, which is the audio files. And then we have MIDI, which is a universal music encoding scheme. So all this WAV file, audio file and MIDI file, which is .wav, .au and .midi can be used for this purpose. Now here in this lecture what we have covered is we have seen how to use images as links. Then we have started with embedding files, media files basically, and we have seen the embed tag and its various other attributes. And not only the embedding, but if we want to play a particular sound in the background, so that can be done with the help of BG sound attribute. This is what we have covered in this particular lecture, and here is a list of references which is being used for preparation of the lecture. Hope you had a fruitful learning. I will see you in the next lecture. Till then, goodbye.